Hello students, good afternoon. This is Bhanu Pratap Singh and you are studying the subject Computer Aided Design and Manufacturing. In this video, this is the sixth part of Surface and Solid Modeling using CAD and CAM. In this video, we are going to cover the dimensioning of solids. What is dimensioning of solid models or items or object? तो बच्चों मॉडल के डिफरेंट आइडियाज़ को ड्राइंग या डिफरेंट आइडियाज़ या ड्राइंग प्रिपेयर करने के बाद हम क्या करते हैं, उनको एक सूटेबल प्लेस पर डायमेंशंस ऐड करते हैं. तो ऑटोकैड की यूनिट के साथ हम डायमेंशंस को ऐड करने के साथ साथ क्या करते हैं, कई सारे डायमेंशनिंग भी प्रोवाइड कराते हैं. जैसे सॉलिड मॉडल में डायमेंशनिंग के फिक्सेशन के लिए या डायमेंशनिंग को फिक्स करने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. क्यों पड़ती है? ताकि हम उसके एक बार डायमेंशनिंग के बाद हम ड्राइंग को मॉडिफाई कर ना पाएँ या फिर डायमेंशनिंग के बाद ड्राइंग को मॉडिफाई करने की ज़रूरत ना पड़े. तो जो ड्राइंग होती है या जो सॉलिड होता है, सॉलिड की डायमेंशनिंग होती है, उनके डिसीजन के लिए कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन होती है जिनकी ज़रूरत पड़ती है. जैसे मैग्नीट्यूड सॉलिड, दैट मीन्स कि वस्तु में कहाँ कहाँ है मैग्नीट्यूड्स. टेक्स्ट की डायमेंशन क्या है, जो टेक्स्ट वहाँ पे है. टेक्स्ट का साइज़ कितना है और किस स्टाइल में है. क्या टॉलरेंस की लिमिट को इंक्लूड करना है या नहीं करना है, या फिर जो हम एरो बना रहे हैं उसकी साइज़ क्या होगी और वो एरो कैसा दिखेगा, है ना. तो इन सब इंफॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ती है हमें डायमेंशनिंग करने के लिए. तो बच्चों डायमेंशनिंग भी कई तरह के होते हैं, जैसे लीनियर डायमेंशनिंग, ऑर्डिनेट डायमेंशनिंग, रेडियल डायमेंशनिंग, डायमीट्रल डायमेंशनिंग, एंगुलर डायमेंशनिंग. तो लीनियर डायमेंशनिंग क्या होता है, तो इनका जो यूज़ करते हैं हम हॉरिजॉन्टल और वर्टिकल लाइंस के डायमेंशंस के लिए करते हैं, है ना. वो अभी मैं दिखा दूंगा आपको. सारी डायमेंशनिंग एक ही वीडियोस में आपको प्ले कर दूंगा, पहले आप सुन लीजिए. दूसरा है ऑर्डिनेट डायमेंशनिंग. तो ऑर्डिनेट डायमेंशनिंग जिसको साधारण आयाम भी कहते हैं. ऑर्डिनेट का मतलब है कि इसमें जो कमांड का उपयोग करते हैं वो जनरली लेडर लाइन के साथ एक्स और वाई फीचर्स में इंक्लूड करके प्रदर्शित करने के लिए किया जाता है ना. थर्ड है रेडियल डायमेंशनिंग. रेडियल डायमेंशनिंग या त्रिज्यीय आयाम क्या है, तो बच्चों इसका उपयोग आर्क या सर्कल जो हम बनाते हैं उसके एंड में तीर जो दिखाते हैं, तीर के साथ त्रिज्या का मैग्नीट्यूड, तब जो एरो के साथ रेडियस का जो मैग्नीट्यूड दिखाते हैं उस लाइन को प्रदर्शित करने के लिए किया जाता है ना. तो जो फोर्थ है वो डायमीट्रल डायमेंशनिंग है, यानी सममित आयाम. तो सॉलिड डायमेंशन में रेडियस या सर्कल के एंड में एरो के साथ डाया के मैग्नीट्यूड को एक लाइन द्वारा डाया के मैग्नीट्यूड के लाइन को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए किया जाता है ना. एंगुलर डायमेंशनिंग क्या है, कोणीय आयाम. तो सॉलिड मॉडल में डायमेंशंस में इस कमांड का जो उपयोग करते हैं हम लोग दो लाइनों या आर्क या सर्कल के बीच में एंगुलर डायमेंशन प्रदर्शित करने के लिए, रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए करते हैं, है ना, कि दो लाइंस के बीच में, आर्क के बीच में, सर्कल्स के बीच में क्या एंगल है. ठीक है. तो चलिए आप डायमेंशनिंग देखिए. बेसिकली बच्चों ये जो दूसरा चैप्टर है सरफेस एंड सॉलिड मॉडलिंग यूजिंग कैड एंड कैम, इसमें पूरी डिज़ाइनिंग है, मतलब पूरा ऑटोकैड का इस्तेमाल है. तो ऑटोकैड मैं पढ़ा नहीं सकता हूँ यहाँ पे, इसीलिए मैंने ऑटोकैड के जो भी सारे वीडियोस पढ़ाना, लेक्चर्स पढ़ाना बना करके अपने खुद के कैड में, वो थोड़ा बनाना टाइम लगता है. इसलिए मैंने पहले से वीडियोस रखे हैं उस प्रोसेस के, ताकि क्या क्या स्टेप्स फॉलो हो रहे हैं आप देख सकें. तो आप डायमेंशनिंग के सारे स्टेप्स देख लीजिए, समझ में आ जाएगा क्या क्या प्रोसेस है, क्या क्या टूल्स इस्तेमाल हो रहे हैं ना. बेसिकली ये चैप्टर पूरा प्रैक्टिकल का है, फिर भी मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ. ठीक है, चलिए तो देख लीजिए आप.
But what I want to do is I want to work in 3D. I've got modeled this part in 3D and visualized it in 3D, and I prefer to work in a 3D environment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use DIM Expert, and by using DIM Expert, notice I can come over here in my feature tree here, and I can switch to the DIM Expert Manager. I can also switch to the DIM Expert tab here, and notice the tools are located here, as well as you can see that there's some duplicates down here. But there's a subset of the tools here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some dimension and some features here. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with the size dimension, because what I really like to do is I like to extract out the size of this hole. Now before I do that, I'm actually going to lay out a couple datum. So what I know here is that I know that this is going to be my datum page. So I'm just going to place that in there, and you can see that it's C. I should have changed it, but I'll go back and change it. And I'm going to make the top face here, let's just make it B. I'm going to make this, I'm going to make the bottom face be my B datum. So we'll change that. And I'm going to update the C here. I'm just going to click it. I'm going to go into the properties here. I'm going to press A, and we can see it. And notice I do have some options here. I can adjust the label. I can use the style here. I'm going to do a triangle, type leader there. So there are some different options here to choose from as I'm placing it. So well, now that I've got my datums identified, I'm going to go to my size dimension here. I'm going to select this hole. Now it doesn't really matter where I select it, but you can see that it's actually extracting out information about it. It recognizes the hole, it's applying my default tolerances to it, and you can see that it's gone through and applied it. Now let's just delete that. So I just selected it and hit the delete key. And I'm going to go into the tools here. I'm going to go into options, and I'm going to switch over here to the document properties. I'm going to go to expert, and you can see right now that it's set up as block tolerance. I can also do it as a general tolerance by default, and so you can see how I can change those default methods for when I actually apply my dimensions. Okay, so again, I can do my size dimension here, and I'm going to go in there and base that to model it. Okay, so that's a size dimension. I want to pull out the size of this fillet here, and so it is round. Notice the function apply that, and it automatically recognizes that there's actually two the same here, so it's gone through and said, there's actually times 2 here. And if I scroll down here, there's actually a part here where I can turn that off. So we want to include that information, the instance count, how much there are. You can actually go in there and change that. It doesn't change where this is located. Maybe I want this to be after, and I'll go times 2 after, or something like that. So you can change that there. Also notice how I can add other information to my You can also change the overrides and the style of tolerance. So maybe this is symmetrical in this case. I want to have a max style, so I set my max. Okay, so that's the size dimension options. I'm going to continue on here. I'm going to place in a location dimension. But what I want to do is actually want to dimension to the theoretical intersection here. So let's look at this feature toolbar up here. And what I want to do is I want to go to the intersection one. So there's my face 1. I'm going to pick the bottom face here, and I'm going to click OK, and it's actually generated an axis for me. And now I can use that axis to dimensionally locate that face. So now we can see that it's pulling out that dimension. Okay, well let's do the same thing again. Let's go into here. Axes. Oops, I guess I should actually set that. Let's create another location dimension. Let's go to the axes. That goes there. From there. And then I'm actually going to do the same thing. So we'll accept that one. And I'm going to create this face, that face. Right axes. Let's try that again. I'm going to do a location dimension from here. Right axes. But I don't really want to have both of those there. I just want to make sure I have dimension both faces. So I'm just going to hold down the shift key and select both of these dimensions. And I'm going to right click on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a combine dimension. So now you can see that it's times 2, which is actually 2 faces there. So you know what, I don't really want to show it as 2 dimensions. So I'm just going to come down to my drop down here. I'm just going to turn off the instance to locate that. Now kind of a problem, it's not really a problem, but we can see that this dimension is kind of in the front and this dimension is in the back. So I'm just going to take this dimension, I'm going to drag this, I'm going to snap the back there, that back edge, and now we can see that it's actually dimensioning to the back face, so they're both in the same plane. Maybe I'll drag this one down there just to change, oops, so change the location of that. So I can take this and actually change where that dimension is given. So I'm going to change the plane. Obviously I might want to flip these around, so oh there we go. So you can see that I was able to drag those to the back to change the location. Now if I wanted this dimension to actually be in a different plane, I can right click on it and I can actually use this and I can actually change the view that it's on. actually come in here and change how I want that to be. So maybe I prefer to see that from the top, but notice that the right click menu there gives me an option to change that. So actually do that because I want to move that dimension so you can see that. So it's back to the back there. Again, so we'll take that, drop that. Okay, well, I'm starting to dimension along here. Everything's starting to look good. I just want to do a quick check to see how I'm doing. So let's come over here. I'm just going to pick my show tolerance status. And what it's showing me here is that the green is defined, but the yellow is missing information. So you can see how I've started to define some of the features, but there's some things that are actually missing. To me, what I'd like to do is a location dimension, because I'd like to locate the position of this hole and locate it from the edge. Notice that there's no edge there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a location dimension again. I'm actually going to go to the intersection of those two faces, and I'm going to dimension that hole and pull out that dimension value that located to relocate that dimension. See how it's located that dimension. There's one, for example, I probably want to change the plane where that's on. So the idea is that I would continue on dimensioning, and anytime I need, I can go in there and I can actually check to see if the features are fully dimensioned, are they under dimensioned, are they over constrained, so I can continue working on that. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to create a basic dimension, and I want to create a basic dimension from that face to that face, and we can see that it's gone through and placed that dimension. So now a basic dimension, because the tolerance type is called basic, so it's also a theoretical, as I like.
अच्छा, ये जो भी यूज़ कर रहा है ये सॉलिडवर्क्स डिज़ाइनिंग सॉफ्टवेयर है, कंप्यूटर एडेड डिज़ाइन यानी ऑटोकैड नहीं है ना। तो ये सॉलिडवर्क्स है, इसमें डिज़ाइन होती है 3D की डायमेंशन है ना।
You see in there, and notice the same options for controlling the properties and text. So I could add additional information if I wanted to. I could change the style, the reference dimension, the inspection dimension if I want. Change it to a leader by clicking on it, and that applies whether it's basic dimension, a size dimension, or location dimension. Okay, well that's a good start. I mean, I've got some dimensions, I've got my datums identified. What I'd like to do is I'd like to create a geometrical tolerance. So very similar to how we apply dimensions. You can click geometric tolerance, the dialog box comes up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to define what I want my geometric tolerance to be. So what I'd like to have here is maybe I'd like to have angularity. There's my tolerance. Maybe I'd like to have this to the least material condition. Maybe my tolerance here is not quite that much. We'll do that. And the primary, in this case, is going to be to datum D. So I was able to define what the geometric tolerance needs to include. I will pick the face and then pick the location, and you can see how it's abstracted and place everything. So just like a dimension, just like datums, you can easily go in there and change that. By selecting it, notice that again I get different properties. So I'll change the style of leader on there, change the style together, so maybe it's perpendicular leader instead. So you can see how I can change a lot of information, and the style and the properties, how that looks. So you have the document properties. You can also override it on a per tolerance basis. So maybe we'll do one more here. Maybe I'd like to do geometric tolerance, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to set this to the profile of the surface. There's my tolerance. I'd like to do this to datum A. In this case, I'll do this to material, maximum material condition. I'll put the space there. I will pick the location, and I'll click OK. And you can see that that's moving around a little bit so you can see them. You can see I was able to.
तो बच्चों आप देख सकते हैं सॉलिडवर्क्स में 3D ऑब्जेक्ट की कैसे डायमेंशनिंग है। सिमिलरली आप ऑटोकैड कोई भी वर्जन हो उसमें भी कोई भी आप 2D बनाते हैं या वायर फ्रेम मॉडलिंग या सरफेस मॉडलिंग बनाते हैं, उसमें भी आप डायमेंशनिंग कर सकते हैं। तो डायमेंशनिंग का मुझे प्रोसेस दिखाना था, इसलिए मैं चुप था और डायमेंशनिंग आप देख रहे थे क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है। तो चलिए देखते हैं आगे क्या करना है ना। तो इस वीडियो को यहाँ पे स्टॉप करते हैं, वीडियो लंबा हो जाएगा। मुझे 2D और 3D ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पढ़ाना है, तो उसको देखते हैं। ठीक है बच्चों, तो उसको हम आपका 2D और 3D ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन अगले वीडियोस में देखेंगे। ठीक है बच्चों, आप पढ़ाई करते रहिए, मस्त रहिए, बाय।